You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. Tonight, a battle of two American League teams. It's the Minnesota Twins playing the Toronto Blue Jays here at the Rogers Center. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., one of the hotter players over the last 10 games for the Blue Jays, starting tonight. See him warming up there. And here's the Blue Jays starting pitcher. It's Tanner Roark, former Washington National and former Cincinnati Red. Came to the Blue Jays in the offseason and has started out well. ERA under 5, and he already has two wins in his first 3 starts. Max Kepler will lead off for the Twins. Kepler playing right field in today's game, takes ball 1 high. Byron Buxton came back toward the end of last week, so Kepler moved from center field to right field. And Buxton back in center. Buxton starting in center today, and he's batting in the number 9 spot. That pitch taken for strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Max Kepler on the season, batting .250 with 4 home runs and 8 runs batted in. 1-1 pitch coming to him. And that hit well but foul. Now the count's 1-2. Roark ahead. Roark has consistently in his career been a middle-of-the-rotation pitcher. Hasn't really pitched out of the bullpen. Been a consistent starter in all the organizations he's been a part of. Quality arm to have in the middle of the rotation. That hit the other way against the shift and finds the outfield. Ball thrown in. It's a leadoff single for Max Kepler. Right over the head of Vlad Guerrero Jr., the third baseman, playing around that shortstop position. And here's Jorge Polanco. Been hot in the last 8 games that the Twins have played in. The Twins started this month playing a 3-game series against the Athletics, then swept the Indians in 3 games, lost 2 of 3 to the White Sox, and the Twins won game 1 of this 3-game series against the Blue Jays. That pitch fouled off. And that's strike 1. The Twins have been in an AL Central battle with the White Sox. Those two been toward the top of the division. White Sox have pulled away a bit. But the Twins not too far behind in second place. 1-1 pitch. That's a strike. The count's 1-2. The Indians have been around the middle of the division with the Royals, and the Tigers got out to a slow start there in 5th place in the AL Central. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays in the American League East, it's been a tight race. No team has really fallen too far behind. Well, actually, that's a lie. The Red Sox have fallen far behind in the AL East. They're in 5th place, the only odd team out in that division. Jorge Polanco hits a single. Runners on first and second now for the Twins. But other than that, the Rays, the Orioles, the Yankees, and the Blue Jays are all in a tight race for the AL East. First pitch to Nelson Cruz. That's popped into the air towards center field. Randall Grichuk makes the catch. Kepler's going to try to tag. The throw into Gurriel Jr. over to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is late. And that puts runners at first and third. Now here's the starting lineup for the Minnesota Twins. Josh Donaldson, the newest addition to this Minnesota Twins team, batting cleanup. Coming up to the plate now, as a matter of fact, playing third base. That moved Miguel Sano over to first. And to see Byron Buxton off the injured list, he's batting in the number 9 spot, playing center field. Max Kepler led this inning off with a single. Jorge Polanco followed with a single of his own. Then Nelson Cruz just flew out. That allowed Kepler to move from second to third. And now Josh Donaldson up in a run-producing opportunity. 1 out in the inning, and a runner in scoring position at third base. On the ground, left side foul. Counts 1-2. Josh Donaldson, been with a few teams now in his major league career. Started with the Athletics. Played for the Blue Jays. and made his mark on the game here at the Rogers Center, playing for the Blue Jays from 2015 to 2018, then was traded to the Indians at the end of 2018, signed a one-year deal with the Braves in 2019, and earned himself a multi-year contract now with the Twins. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And a crucial strikeout for Tanner Roark. That's the second out of the top of the first. And a well-placed pitch at that. Over the inside, jammed him a bit. Couldn't get a good piece of the bat on the ball. Couldn't get any part of the bat on the ball for that matter. Now here's Eddie Rosario. 2 outs now. Kepler's on third and Polanco on first. Rosario, slower start to the season for his expectations. 211 average, 3 home runs. That misses, counts 2 balls and no strikes. Rosario, a 5-year member of the Twins. That includes this year. He's a versatile player, but most valuable to the Twins in the outfield. He's been primarily a left fielder, sometimes a second baseman too, but spent the later years here in left field. 2-1 pitch. That misses. Well placed by Roark, but he didn't get the call. Now the count's 3 balls and a strike. Mitch Garver's on deck for the Twins. And that misses, another close pitch. Rosario with some quality discipline. And that puts Roark in a bit more of a difficult situation with the bases loaded. Kepler's on third. Polanco's on second. Rosario, they're moving down to first. Here's Mitch Garver, the catcher. Had more or less a breakout season in 2019. You see there he won a Silver Slugger Award with the catcher position in the American League. He was drafted in the 9th round of the 2013 amateur draft. And has earned himself the starting spot this year at catcher.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike. The bases are loaded. Twins with an opportunity to score, and Garver went around, according to the home plate umpire. That was called mainly on the swing. And Garver down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Here's Roark's pitch. Popped up, and that'll get fouled behind the plate. Count still 1-2. Garver starting the year off batting .250. 1-2 pitch. On the ground right side. Played at first base. And that'll end the inning. Twins get the bases loaded thanks to 2 hits and a walk, but fail to score in the top half of the first. Going to the bottom half, it's Minnesota 0, Toronto coming to bat. Kenta Maeda on the mound for the Twins. .350 ERA. 2-0 record in 3 starts he's made with the Twins. He's one of the newer additions to their rotation. The Twins also went out and signed Rich Hill in the offseason, but Hill is dealing with some injuries, so he won't start for another month, roughly. And that's taken strike 1 for Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez has had a hot start to 2020. Batting .279 with 7 home runs and 14 RBIs. 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. Maeda, former Los Angeles Dodger, was traded in the offseason in a 3-team deal. He was a part of the trade along with the Dodgers and Red Sox. Maeda went from the Dodgers to the Twins, and that's when Mookie Betts and David Price went to Los Angeles, and Alex Verdugo went to Boston. 1-2 pitch to Teoscar Hernandez. That's outside, counts 2 balls and 2 strikes. But Maeda, one of the top pitchers, now in the Twins rotation. He was once a long relief pitcher with the Dodgers. But the Twins needing some pitching depth, they're using him in the rotation. Played well up the middle. Hernandez is out. That's one away, and here comes the starting lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. Cavan Biggio, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., and Vladimir Guerrero Jr., all younger players, highlighting the lineup in the heart of this order, the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Strike one. Blue Jays also got their hands on Travis Shaw in the offseason. He's a power bat for them, batting in the 5th spot. Other than that, there are some return players. Randall Grichuk, Billy McKinney, Reese McGuire, all in the lineup. They've been on the team for a few years now, as that pitch is swung on and missed. Down goes Biggio. That's out number 2. Derek Fisher, a new player on this team as well. Came from the Astros. And with 2 outs, here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Batting third and playing shortstop.
No. 1-0.
One ball and no strikes. Maeda getting ready for the pitch. That's a strike, counts even 1 ball and 1 strike. Gurriel Jr. playing shortstop as a direct result of Bo Bichette getting injured. Another young player on this team who had some high expectations for this season, but he's injured. He'll be out for another week or 2. That pitch is swung on and missed to count 1 and 2. So Gurriel Jr. went from left field to shortstop, and Teoscar Hernandez went from the designated hitter role out to left field, and the Blue Jays have been happy with his bat in the lineup. Arias throws to Sano, and that ends the bottom of the 1st. Blue Jays get no runs on no hits and leave no runners on base through 1 full inning. No score at the Rogers Center. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Twins. It'll be Miguel Sano, Luis Arias, and Byron Buxton. Roark worked out of a bases-loaded situation last inning. And now pitches here in the 2nd with a 25-plus pitch count. Hit well to the left side, but that's foul. Counts no balls and 2 strikes. Sano, former third baseman of the Twins, but it was a weak point for him, mainly because of his defense, as that's popped toward first. And that's caught by Travis Shaw. That's 1 out. And speaking of defense, we'll look at the Blue Jays starting defense. Hernandez out in left, Grichuk in center, Fisher in right field, and then going across the infield, Guerrero Jr., Gurriel Jr., Biggio, and Shaw. And there's Reese McGuire at the catcher position. Team fielding percentage of 98. Here's Luis Arias starting the year off well from the contact point of view, batting .302. Came up last season with the Twins and his Major League debut last season. And
we're playing 11, 1-1.
He was one of the few bright spots in the series against the Yankees in the American League Division Series. He hit well despite the team getting swept. That hit in the left field, and he's got a base hit. And that'll bring up Byron Buxton, highly regarded as one of the fastest players in baseball, former Gold Glove Award winner, great defensive center fielder. And that's fouled off, strike 1. Buxton started the year off injured, so those stats aren't quite representative of his offensive abilities. Though not strongly offensive, but speed helps him out as well. That pitch misses, counts 1-1. Former first-round draft pick in 2012. But off the IL now and starting in center field. Came back last week and has been in the lineup ever since. Falls behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. In game 1 of this series, Buxton went 1 for 2, and he walked twice. That was yesterday. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Roark gets a strikeout there. His second now of the game, and that's out number 2. And the top of the order resurfaces. Max Kepler up to bat. Arias is on first. He singled with 1 out in the inning. And that's fouled off, strike 1. Kepler singled in the first inning, helped start the rally for the Twins, although they couldn't score any runs despite getting the bases loaded last inning. 0-1 pitch. That misses, counts even 1 ball and 1 strike. Kepler been playing for the Twins ever since 2009. One of just around 40 players that was born in the country of Germany. And takes strike 2. But he's been a promising fielder and hitter for that matter with the Twins. It's been a big part of their most recent playoff runs in 2017 and 19. Hit water right. Played by Fisher, and that will end the top of the second. Twins get no runs on a hit and leave 1 runner on base through 1.5 innings of play. It's the Twins 0 and the Blue Jays 0. 4-5-6 coming up next for the Blue Jays. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. The Blue Jays went down 1-2-3 last inning, so 4-5-6 hitters due up in this second inning. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., then Travis Shaw and Randal Grichuk. That misses inside, ball 1. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. One of the hottest prospects in baseball. Highly regarded and praised for his power. Participated in the 2019 Home Run Derby. Finished second to Pete Alonso, but he had to work hard in the semifinal round to beat Jock Peterson. Even with the clock, that round went on forever because they both tied each other multiple times. But starting off this season, Guerrero Jr. batting .246 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. Hits that pitch towards center field. Byron Buxton has a play, and he makes it. That's out number 1. And we'll take a look at the defense now for the Twins. Rosario in left, Byron Buxton in center, Max Kepler in right. Then their newest addition to the infield, Josh Donaldson over there at third, Polanco at short, Arias at second, Sano at first, and then Mitch Garver. Silver Slugger Award winner last season, playing the catcher position. Here's Travis Shaw. That misses, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Travis Shaw, product of the Boston Red Sox. Now playing for the Toronto Blue Jays. Really broke out with the Milwaukee Brewers. Spent the majority of his career up to this point with them. Played third base and second base with them, along with a little bit of first base, but filling a void that the Blue Jays needed in their lineup for a power-hitting bat in the middle of their order, and Shaw fit the bill, signed in free agency this past offseason. Grounds into the shift there. Arias makes the play. And that's 2 quick outs in the bottom of the second. Now Randal Grichuk comes up, and he'll bat with 2 outs. Bases empty. Grichuk, 179 to start 2020. He has 1 home run and 2 RBIs. His on-base percentage a bit higher at .277, and he's slugging just .250. See the infield exaggerated towards the left, anticipating Grichuk to pull the ball. Nothing in 1 pitch. That's hit foul. The count's 0-2. Randal Grichuk, a product of the St. Louis Cardinals, and was traded to the Blue Jays. Been playing here for a few seasons now. Strikes out there against Maeda. And the second inning's over. Blue Jays still hitless through 2 innings. Nonetheless, there's no score heading into the third. Twins and Blue Jays playing at the Rogers Center. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis, covering American League Baseball. It's the Twins and the Blue Jays. Scoreless coming into inning 3. Tanner Roark, still on the mound, was the starter of this game. And here's Jorge Polanco to lead off the third inning for the Twins. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up. Polanco, Nelson Cruz, and Josh Donaldson all due up to bat. And the count even now, 1 ball and 1 strike. Don't forget, Major League Baseball's virtual network. This is the place that you can enjoy baseball and pretend like it's still on, even though there's no baseball around us. The point of this is to pretend like it's real life and pretend like the coronavirus isn't impacting literally everything in everybody's lives. Keep that in mind as you watch and you follow. You can also go to the YouTube channel, MLB Virtual Network, if that's where you're watching right now. You can check scheduled games, highlights, updates of all 30 teams, and full game archives. And the Twitter page will feature all news as well as some video clips in there. So check out @VirtualMLB on Twitter and at VirtualMLB on Twitter and MLB Virtual Network on YouTube. Also, our game coming up tonight, starting at 7:40, is a National League game featuring the Phillies and the Brewers. So check that out as well. If you're looking for more games to watch, 2 games guaranteed every day here on MLB Virtual Network. Biggio throws to Shaw. Polanco's out at first, and that's how the third inning begins for the Twins offense. And that'll bring up designated hitter Nelson Cruz in his late 30s now. Started his career in Seattle.
No ball, 1 strike.
Oh, no, I correct myself. He started his career with the Brewers in 2005, then went to the Texas Rangers, went to the World Series with them in 2011 as well as their right fielder. Was traded to the Orioles in 2014. Then played for the Mariners, the Seattle Mariners, from 2015 to 2018, and signed a contract with the Twins that he's in year 2 of now. And here he is playing the designated hitter role, focusing on hitting, and he has hit for the Twins last year and fouls that pitch off. But to start this year, Cruz is batting .313. Takes that pitch. 5 home runs and 13 RBIs. So he's producing well as the number 3 hitter of this team. Chases that pitch from Roark. And that's 2 outs.
Now batting.
This is game 2 of a 3-game series. The Twins won yesterday 7-1. Game 3's tomorrow, but game 2 today. Here's Josh Donaldson. First pitch fly ball right field. There's Derek Fisher. Fisher makes the catch, and the top of the third's over. Despite some offense in the first inning, the Twins go down 1, 2, 3 in the second and third innings. Going to the bottom of the third, still scoreless here at the Rogers. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Blue Jays. Designated hitter Billy McKinney will be followed by Derek Fisher and Reese McGuire. McKinney started the year off as a bench bat and more or less a defensive replacement, but with the injury to Bo Bichette, he's gotten an opportunity to be in the lineup more, platooning from designated hitter to left field with Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a miss, counts 0-2. But he's projected to be in the lineup until Bo Bichette comes back and Lourdes Gurriel Jr. moves back to left, which means Teoscar Hernandez will move back to the designated hitter role. Strikes out in that at bat. Maeda with 3 strikeouts, now pitching well to start this ball game, and that's out number 1. Here's Derek Fisher now, former Houston Astro, playing right field for the Blue Jays. Known for his speed. Fisher this year so far, batting .224 with no home runs and 5 RBIs. Consistently been at the bottom of the order in this Blue Jays lineup. And chops that pitch foul. The count's no balls and 2 strikes. In yesterday's game against the Twins, Fisher went 1 for 3.
Ball.
And takes that pitch for a ball. 1-2's the count. Maeda, pitch number 29 on the way, and that's hit foul. Maeda has pitched with efficiency through the first 2 1/3 innings he's pitched. As that pitch misses low, the count's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blue Jays still on the lookout for their first hit. Fisher strikes out against Maeda, who now has 4. That's out number 2.
The catcher, number 10.
Looks like Fisher was looking fastball there. Maeda with a dangerous off-speed pitch up in the zone. But doesn't get penalized for it. There is Reese McGuire.
Ball.
McGuire came up in the Pittsburgh Pirates system. Was involved in a trade in 2016. Drew Hutchinson went from the Blue Jays to the Pirates. Didn't see too much Major League time in McGuire.
Ball.
Went from the Pirates here to the Blue Jays. And ever since Russell Martin's been gone, it's been him platooning with some other catchers in the system, looking to be the everyday catcher of this team. And so far, he has been the everyday catcher of the team. 2-1 pitch. On the ground right side, Sano plays it, throws to Maeda, covering, but it's past Maeda, and McGuire will go down to second base. Mitch Garver backs it up before it gets into the Twins' dugout.
Now batting.
And we'll see how the official scorers rule this one, but you watch it and be the judge. So there's Sano fielding it cleanly, but the throw is behind Maeda, and it goes back there, so that'll go down as an error on Sano for that throw. That allows McGuire to reach and get to second. So now he's in scoring position. That's the first base runner for the Blue Jays in this one, and here's the top of the order for the Blue Jays. Teoscar Hernandez, 0 for 1. Takes ball 1. Hernandez yesterday batted cleanup and went 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's in an RBI spot here. Counts even 1 ball and 1 strike. These two in the midst of a 3-game series. This is game 2. The Twins won yesterday. Chopped foul. The count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hernandez, former Houston Astro. Played a few years now in Toronto. He's been a designated hitter, a center fielder, and a left fielder for this team. Getting to play the field because of Bo Bichette's injury that forced Gurriel Jr. from the outfield to the infield and allowed Teoscar Hernandez to move from DH to the outfield. Polanco plays that one and gets the out. So Maeda works around the error, and the 3rd inning is over. It's still scoreless here at the Rogers Center between the Twins and the Blue Jays. Going to the 4th. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Twins. It'll be Eddie Rosario, Mitch Garver, and Miguel Sano. They're all scheduled to bat, facing Tanner Roark. And Rosario, first pitch swinging out to right center field. That ball's going to be off the wall. Fisher will play it in right. We'll get it into Biggio. Rosario at second with a stand-up double to lead off the 4th inning.
The catcher, number Garver.
And I was just about to say that the only trouble that Roark got himself into was in the first inning, but right away there's a runner in scoring position and nobody out for the Twins. The Twins left the bases loaded in the first inning and then went down 1-2-3 in the second and third innings. Now have a leadoff runner on and a line out caught by Shaw.
The first baseman, Miguel.
And that's one out in the top of the fourth inning. Miguel Sano will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He lined out in the second inning. Sano, powerful hitter he is, but batting seventh because of his inconsistency over the last few seasons. He was a hot topic once around Twins baseball, but came to a very immediate halt in 2018 and 19. Also, his defense had become a liability. That's why the Twins were interested in Josh Donaldson, were able to sign him so that Donaldson could play third base and Sano could move over to first. Pops that pitch foul. The count's 1-2. Entering today's game, Sano's batting .280 with 2 home runs and 10 RBIs, so producing well early in the year, but now he's 0 for 2 after striking out there when Roark has 4 strikeouts.
The batter, number
2 outs in the top of the fourth.
Luis Arraez.
Luis Arraez is coming up to the plate. He's 1 for 1, singled in his first at bat, takes ball 1 there. Eddie Rosario's on second. He led this inning off with a double. Roark then got Garver to line out and Sano to strike out. Now playing more to his advantage with 2 outs. That hit softly to center. Played by Randal Grichuk, and that ends the top of the fourth inning. Twins get a leadoff double, but fail to bring him around. After 3.5 innings, we're still scoreless here at the Rogers Center. Twins and Blue Jays. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 2, 3, 4 hitters due up to begin the bottom of the fourth inning. It's Cavan Biggio, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. facing Kenta Maeda. Maeda gave up his first base runner last inning on an error by Miguel Sano. A 1 pitch. Early on that one and fouls it away. Quickly down on the count. 0-2 is Biggio. The Twins have had a couple opportunities to score in a couple innings, but have failed to do so. And the Blue Jays, the only offense that it had was when Reese McGuire reached on that error last inning, but that's been it. They're still hitless against Maeda. 1-2 pitch to Biggio. That's foul. The count's still 1-2. Cavan Biggio, the son of Craig Biggio, who was the lifetime Houston Astro, one of the better players in Major League history, and Cavan Biggio gets a hit there.
The batter, the shortstop, Lourdes Gurriel.
So the Blue Jays get their first hit of the ball game, and that'll bring up number 3 hitter Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Take strike 1. Gurriel Jr. 0 for 1 in this one, playing shortstop in today's game. Falls behind quickly, though, to Maeda. No balls and 2 strikes. Gurriel Jr. batting .300 in his last 9 games. Strikes out there, though, on 3 pitches, and that's the first out of the bottom of the fourth. And here's the pitch speed comparison brought to you by Topps.
Vladimir
trading cards.
Guerrero Jr.
Each pitcher right now is averaged 94 miles per hour with his fastball. And despite the top of the first that Roark escaped from, these two have really matched each other pitch for pitch. Each of these pitchers, too, Maeda and Roark, are undefeated this season. Runner goes to second. Throw down by Garver is in time. Tag applied by Arraez, and Cavan Biggio is caught stealing. Not necessarily a bad jump either, but look at Arraez's tag. Came all the way around the bag. Tried to come around his body. It was away from where Biggio was sliding in. Still got him, though. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. down to the count. No balls and 2 strikes. But Maeda and Roark each are 2-0 in their first 3 starts. Undefeated with their teams. Each Maeda and Roark are pitching in their first seasons with their ball clubs, too. Maeda, former Dodger, Roark, a former National and Red, so. And each are pitching well in this game, too. Guerrero Jr. pops out to his counterpart, Donaldson, third baseman. And that will end the 4th inning. No runs on a hit for the Blue Jays, and no runners left on base after the caught stealing. Moving to the 5th, still scoreless here at the Rogers Center. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Everybody say hi to Heidi Watney. 9-1-2 hitters due up for the Twins. Byron Buxton will lead off, and then it'll go back to the top of the order for Max Kepler and Jorge Polanco. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A bunt down the third base side. Guerrero Jr. can't make the play, and a well-executed bunt there by Byron Buxton. Nets the Twins a leadoff single. And some dangerous speed on base. And Roark already keeping him close. Buxton back safely. So the Twins got the leadoff hitter on, and now the top of the order coming up. Max Kepler up to bat, runner goes, pitch out, McGuire. Throw down to Lourdes Gurriel Jr., but not even a pitch out can stop Byron Buxton from stealing second base. So now a runner in scoring position. And a 2-0 count now on Kepler. Two-0 pitch. On the ground left side, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. throws to Travis Shaw. Out at first is Max Kepler, and Byron Buxton is kept at second base. 1 out. That'll bring up number 2 hitter Jorge Polanco. 1 for 2. He had a single in the first inning. His only hit so far. First pitch from Roark. Check swing, and the home plate umpire says no swing, and calls that pitch a ball. Polanco on the season, .316 with runners in scoring position. Byron Buxton led this inning off with a bunt single and then stole second. Here's the 1-0. Hit foul, the count's even 1-1. The Twins have had a runner in scoring position in the first, fourth, and fifth innings now. Runner goes to third. McGuire's throw, and Byron Buxton has stolen 2 bases in this half inning. Stole second, and fast enough to steal third on Reese McGuire. And that runner moves now to third base, still in scoring position. 1-2 count on Jorge Polanco. Counts even 2-2. But the Twins, despite getting runners in scoring position in the first, fourth, and now fifth inning, they failed to score. Left the bases loaded in the first inning as well. 2-2 pitch to the switch hitter Jorge Polanco, batting from the left side, and now the count's full 3-2, and the hitters don't get any easier for Roark. Nelson Cruz is on deck. Roark at 71 pitches now. No action yet in the Blue Jays bullpen. Management trusting him to work around this jam at the moment. 3-2 pitch. That's a called strike 3 and a crucial pitch there. Polanco didn't think so. Nonetheless, that's Roark's 5th strikeout. And a rather crucial one. That's 2 outs. And you be the judge. Take a look at that pitch. There's a little argument that was well placed anyhow. And now with 2 outs, here is Nelson Cruz. Grounded to short. Gurriel Jr. throws high. Travis Shaw gets on the bag in time. And an agile play by first baseman Travis Shaw keeps the Twins scoreless. No runs on a hit for the Twins. And 1 runner left on base going to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's still the Twins and Blue Jays tied scoreless. Kenta Maeda coming on the mound again to start the bottom of the 5th inning. And there's Heidi Watney again. I really wish I could hear what she was saying, but fortunately we don't have that luxury here at MLB's Virtual Network. Speaking of which, you're watching Major League Baseball's Virtual Network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. Travis Shaw, the leadoff hitter for the Blue Jays. It'll be Shaw, then Randall Grichuk, and Billy McKinney. Maeda's only given up 1 hit through 4 innings pitched. Facing part of the middle of the order for the Blue Jays to start this half inning. No. Counts even 1 ball and 1 strike. This is game 2 of a 3-game series. The Twins won game 1 7-1. That was yesterday. This is game 2. Game 3's tomorrow. Right now this game's at a deadlock. No team has been able to score yet. The Twins have had a greater chance at scoring, but have left runners in scoring position in the 1st, 4th, and 5th innings. The Blue Jays to this point have gotten 1 runner on base, and that was on an error. Kenta Maeda has yet to give up. Oh, they've had 2 base runners. They got a hit. Cavan Biggio got a hit last inning. So 2 base runners, 1 on an error, 1 on a hit. Other than that, the Blue Jays have been blanked on offense. 2-2 pitch to Shaw. That misses. Counts 3-2. And again, this is Major League Baseball's Virtual Network. Follow the Twitter page at Virtual MLB. You can get news on this league. All 30 teams are covered to some capacity every day as that pitch misses for ball 4. There's 2 guaranteed games a day every day. Whether you're hearing from me or Matt Vasgersian, you'll get to watch baseball. All 30 teams covered. And news on injuries, trades, free agent signings, that's all here. You can check that out on the Twitter page at Virtual MLB. Or subscribe to the YouTube channel too, MLB Virtual Network. That's the YouTube channel where you can check out scheduled games. You can check out highlights. You can check out the game recaps from all 30 teams and all the games played on a specific day. And you can see the archived footage of complete games that have been played, so you can watch baseball at any time and either follow your favorite team or just follow for the love of the game in the league. Check it out, MLB Virtual Network. Subscribe on YouTube and follow the at Virtual MLB Twitter page. 2-0 count now to Randall Grichuk. Travis Shaw's on first. He walked to start this half inning off. Kenta Maeda has now passed the 60 pitch count mark. 2-1 to Grichuk. That was a check swing, and that was a called strike. That was not on the swing. That's why Grichuk's a bit upset there. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grichuk, the center fielder of the Blue Jays in today's game. 2-2 pitch. Chased it. Maeda gets a strikeout there. 1 away. Bottom of the 5th. Maeda now with 6 strikeouts.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the designated hitter, Billy McKinney.
And sometimes hitters are fooled on that pitch because it looks like it's a fastball that's going to paint the outside edge. And then before you know it, it breaks away from you and you're caught looking foolish, chasing a ball out of the zone. The impacts of a slider, kids. Anyway, here's 1 out. Billy McKinney at the plate, designated hitter in today's game, batting 7th. Takes outside, counts even 1-1. McKinney has gotten regular playing time because of the Bo Bichette injury. There were a lot of pieces that moved around with that, but McKinney been platooning at the designated hitter and left field roles on the Blue Jays team. But Teoscar Hernandez has been hot to start 2020, and I don't think he's losing his job anytime soon, so it's just a matter of whether McKinney will keep his spot, being able to start. That's hit out to left field, played by Eddie Rosario, and the play is made. He gets it in quickly. Travis Shaw doesn't advance anywhere. So he stays on first. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. And here comes Derek Fisher. Fisher, a part of the 6 strikeouts that Maeda has accumulated to this point. And takes that first pitch high, ball 1. Fact on Derek Fisher, he played for the Houston Astros before, and he was the winning run in Game 5 of the 13-12 game that the Astros won in extra innings of the 2017 World Series, and Maeda was on that team, the Dodgers team that lost to the Astros in 7 games. By the way, Fisher grounds out there. The 5th inning's over. No runs, no hits, 1 walk in the inning, 1 runner left on. Moving to the 6th. Still scoreless here at the Rogers Center.
Leading off for the Twins, the third baseman, number 24,
You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. A scoreless game at the Rogers Center coming into the 6th inning. This game brought to you by MLB The Show 20. And while I love to sponsor MLB The Show 20, I also must admit this game is literally brought to you by MLB The Show 20, as if MLB The Show didn't simulate games like this in franchise mode, we wouldn't have any of this. So this game is sponsored, and it's literally brought to you by MLB The Show 20. All right, Tanner Roark facing Josh Donaldson, 4-5-6-2 up for the Twins. 1-2 count now on Donaldson. So it'll be Donaldson, then Eddie Rosario and Mitch Garver. 4-5-6 hitters due up to bat. And Donaldson strikes out again. 6 strikeouts now for Tanner Roark. He's matched Kenta Maeda at the strikeout total now. And that's the first out of the 6th inning. Here's Eddie Rosario. He doubled earlier in this one. Walked in his first plate appearance, doubled in his second. And takes ball 1 in this plate appearance. Now he's batting .224 with a .318 on-base percentage. Has 2 doubles on the season after that one he hit earlier in the game. And fouls that one off. Counts even at 1. Yesterday against the Blue Jays, he went 0 for 5. So he'll at least come out of this series with 1 hit. And early on that one, fouls it off. The count's 1-2. This is game 2 of a 3-game series. The Twins won game 1 7-1 yesterday. Game 3 will be played tomorrow. And that hit into the shift, played by Biggio. Throws to Shaw, who again extends his body to make a play over there at first. And that's out number 2. That'll bring up catcher Mitch Garver. Lined out in his last at-bat. See him there coming to the plate. After his last 2 at-bats, he's now batting .240 with a .321 on-base percentage. Broke out last season, won a Silver Slug Award at the catcher position in the American League. Definitely known more for his offensive abilities than defensive abilities, but his breakout season in 2019 was one of the many reasons that the Twins were able to win the AL Central. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Garver. Donaldson struck out to lead off the inning.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Rosario followed him by getting out. And now here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit well and foul down the right side. Count still 2-2. Roark's pitch. And that almost hit him. Counts full 3-2. Miguel Sano would bat next. 3-2. Strike 3 called over the outside edge. Mitch Garver strikes out Tanner Roark. Pitches 6 scoreless innings. Going to the bottom of the 6th inning, it's no score between the Twins and the Blue Jays. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. Going to the bottom of the 6th. This game still knotted up at 0. Tanner Roark and Kenta Maeda pitching well. 9-1-2 hitters due up for the Blue Jays. It'll be Reese McGuire, then back to the top of the order for Teoscar Hernandez and Cavan Biggio. You see Corey Guerin and Tyler Duffy warming up in the bullpen. Swing and a miss. Reese McGuire chases. McGuire 0 for 1. He reached on an error earlier in this one. One of just 2 base runners that have gotten on for the Blue Jays to this point. And Maeda still pitching efficiently now through 5 innings. He's at 73 pitches. He and Tanner Roark are matching each other well. 1-2 pitch coming in. That's a strikeout there. Kenta Maeda now with 7 strikeouts. And that's out number 1 to start the bottom of the 6th. But both Roark and Maeda have started 3 games so far in 2020. Each have a 2-0 record. And they're each pitching in their first seasons with the ball clubs they're on now. And in this game, they are almost matching each other pitch for pitch. Roark's given up more hits and has been in more dangerous situations on the mound, but he's gotten out of those situations and kept this game scoreless. Well, Maeda played a hand in that as well. He's kept the Twins scoreless. Maeda has given up 1 hit and 1 other base runner. Been pitching efficiently, and he has kept the Blue Jays scoreless. Quite a pitcher's duel in this one. And at this point, it's just a matter of who's going to blink first. The Blue Jays haven't had any action in their bullpen. The Twins have 2 bullpen arms throwing now, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Teoscar Hernandez. Reese McGuire started this inning off striking out, and Teoscar Hernandez, the leadoff hitter, just walked. The leadoff hitter in the lineup. And there is Cavan Biggio. He's singled in his most recent at-bat. Facing Maeda now for the 3rd time, he takes ball 1. Biggio been a part of the Blue Jays system for his entire career, now playing in his 2nd Major League season. Came up in the middle of the 2019 season, so the Blue Jays hoping this will be his first full season, but of course that's not guaranteed. Cavan Biggio, the son of Houston Astros great Craig Biggio, and Cavan hits that ball out to left field, going back Rosario to the wall. That's a home run. Maeda blinks first, and the Blue Jays out to a 2-0 lead in the 6th inning. That's Biggio's 2nd home run of 2020. Look at that. That wasn't a bad pitch, just caught a bit too much of the plate over the outside, and Biggio did well to stay with the pitch, not try to pull it, not too out in front of it. Kept a good part of the bat on the ball and hit it over the wall. Rocco Baldelli coming out of the dugout, and he'll take the ball away from Kenta Maeda. Maeda can't pitch out of the 6th inning, goes 5 1/3 innings officially,
Your attention, please.
and gave up 2 earned runs on 2 hits, and is in line for the loss. Tyler Duffey comes out of the bullpen, has pitched in 7 games, and has yet to give up a run this season. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. facing Tyler Duffey for the first time and takes strike 1. Gavin Biggio just hit a 2-run home run after Teoscar Hernandez walked. Blue Jays up 2-0. Grounded toward third. Donaldson bare hands, but the umpire signals foul. Count 0-2. That ball foul. The count still 0-2. Maeda pitched very well for the Twins in this game. Just couldn't finish this inning after giving up the home run. Now that's grounded toward first. Sano plays it himself.
He's out.
And that's out number 2.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the third baseman.
And now with 2 outs, that'll bring up cleanup hitter Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Zach Littell joins Corey Guerin in the Twins bullpen. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is 0 for 2 out of the cleanup spot.
Ball too high.
The Blue Jays have only gotten 2 hits in this game, but are able to score first, and that ball is going to be dunked into center field. Base hit for Vladimir Guerrero Jr., his first of the day. And with 2 outs in this half inning. And that'll bring up number 5 hitter now, Travis Shaw. First pitch grounder, Sano snags it, steps on the bag, and that'll end the 6th inning. But Cavan Biggio, 2-run home run with Teoscar Hernandez aboard. That gives the Blue Jays a 2-0 lead going into inning 7. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. 7-8-9 hitters due up for the Twins. It'll be Miguel Sano, Luis Arias, and Byron Buxton. If you're watching this channel and wondering exactly what this is a virtual network that's supposed to allow you to pretend like baseball never ended. Because the coronavirus is impacting literally every part of our lives. So come here when you want to pretend like baseball exists still, and it hasn't been postponed. Guerrero Jr. throws to Shaw. Sano's out at first. 1 away.
The second baseman, Luis.
Go ahead and follow us, though, on Twitter at VirtualMLB. Whether it's myself or Matt Vasgersian announcing, you'll be getting to watch baseball and cover all 30 teams. So whether it's your team you want to cover or just cover for the love of baseball, you can do that here. Follow at VirtualMLB on Twitter, where you can find news and other information about the league, such as trades, injuries, free agent signings. You can check it out there.
No, that's the ball.
And if you're new to YouTube as well, you can subscribe to this channel, MLB Virtual Network, and you'll get to see all the video images that might not be on Twitter, such as when games are scheduled. You can check out updates of all 30 teams, or at least all the games that were played on a given day. You can check out highlights of every game that's broadcasted here on MLB Virtual Network. And you can see the full game archives. All of that on the YouTube channel, MLB Virtual Network. And again, we're on Twitter at VirtualMLB. Here's Luis Arias. Miguel Sano grounded out the third to lead off this inning. And now Arias down in the count. Tanner Roark got into some trouble in the first, fourth, and fifth innings, but pitched around it and has kept the Twins scoreless. And he is now outpitched Kenta Maeda, who only went 5 1/3 innings and gave up the 2 runs that the Blue Jays scored. Arias hits that pitch into right field, and he has 2 hits now in today's game.
Number 25, Byron Buxton.
I'll bring up number 9 hitter Byron Buxton. Buxton got a bunt single in the 5th inning, stole 2 bases, made it to third base. Couldn't come around to score, though, but it demonstrated his speed in that half inning. He'll bat now with a runner on first, 1 out. And at this point, he represents the potential tying run for the Twins. And takes strike 1 from Roark, who is working up to 100 pitches. He's at 98 now. Counts even, 1 ball and 1 strike, and Tanner Roark will most likely reach the century mark with this next pitch. Mason, runner goes, and that gets through the vacated gap, base hit. Arias tries to go to third. The throw from Fisher is offline. And Luis Arias, who was stealing on that pitch, is able to advance to third. And because of that as well, Byron Buxton picks up his 2nd hit and is aboard at first base. And now this is dangerous for the Blue Jays. Runners on first and third. Max Kepler coming up at the top of the order, and Byron Buxton, who's already stolen 2 bases in 1 single inning of this game, is on first base with second base unoccupied. So Byron Buxton's aboard at first. He's the potential go-ahead run. Luis Arias is on third base. The 2 runners on base now, each single to get aboard. And pickoff attempt is unsuccessful. And Max Kepler at the plate. Kepler right now is the potential go-ahead run. The Blue Jays just took the lead in the bottom of the 6th inning when Cavan Biggio hit a 2-run home run. Tanner Roark had a runner get into scoring position in 3 innings out of the 7 he's pitched in this game, and has still kept the Twins scoreless. Ball's behind now to Kepler, though. 2 balls and a strike. And the big bats in the order coming up soon in the lineup. Jorge Polanco is on deck, and he would be followed by Nelson Cruz and Josh Donaldson. Work not getting any easier for Roark. Can't get on the board with that pitch. Well placed. And now it's 3-1. Couple of arms warming up in the Blue Jays bullpen. Tough situation, though. 3-1. Chased. Kepler able to foul it off. The count full 3-2. This is game 2 of a 3-game series. The Twins won game 1 7-1. That was yesterday. Full count pitch. Fouled off. The count remains full 3-2. And a pivotal moment for both teams. Twins with an opportunity to score. 1 out on the board. 3-2 pitch coming to Kepler, the leadoff hitter from Roark, and that hit well to center field. Grichuk is running back, has a play, makes the catch. Arias tags from third. He'll come around to score. The ball thrown into Gurriel Jr. That's a sacrifice fly for Max Kepler. And the Twins have cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1. And with that, there will be a substitution. Tanner Roark at the moment pitches 6 2/3 innings. And has given up 1 earned run, but the runner on first base is still his responsibility. So the scoreline not officially closed on him yet, and that's the job now of Justin Miller to close it for him and prevent the Twins from scoring any further. Miller out of the bullpen, pitched in 9 games, and you see there a 6.48 ERA and 1 loss. Pickoff attempt. Byron Buxton still on first base. Buxton stole 2 bases in the 5th inning after he reached. And certainly run himself into scoring position. Pitch out. Buxton not going that time. That's ball 1. Justin Miller, a former Washington National, now pitching for the Blue Jays. facing the switch-hitting Jorge Polanco, batting from the left side, and this at that. Runner goes from first. That misses high. McGuire's throw to Gurriel Jr. is not in time. Byron Buxton now with 3 stolen bases in this game. And that's the second time in this game he's stolen second. Stole third once as well. Jorge Polanco in a 2-0 count. Miller's pitch, and that's outside, counts 3-0. And work not getting any lighter for the Blue Jays. Nelson Cruz on deck for the Twins. Byron Buxton, the potential tying run at second base, in scoring position. And the 3-0 to Polanco.
That's the ball.
That doesn't find the zone. And the Blue Jays
Now batting. Designated hitter.
in trouble.
Nelson Cruz.
Buxton on second. Polanco on first. Nelson Cruz up to the plate. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. I'm also real, by the way. I'm not Matt Vasgersian and any of his pre-recorded sayings. This is happening in real time. And I'm anxiously awaiting the outcome of this half inning. The Twins scored in this 7th inning thanks to a sacrifice fly from Max Kepler that allowed Luis Arias to score. The Blue Jays scored last half inning in the bottom of the 6th. Cavan Biggio hit a 2-run home run. But now the potential tying run at second base. Nelson Cruz at the plate, and now it's a 1-1 count. This is Major League Baseball's virtual network, and this game sponsored and literally brought to you by MLB The Show 20. Without these simulations, I don't know what I'd be doing right now, but thanks to MLB The Show 20. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit well to left field. Back goes Hernandez to the wall. Home run for Nelson Cruz. Six home runs on the season for Nelson Cruz. And the Twins, after giving up the lead in the bottom of the 6th, take the lead in the top of the 7th. Buxton and Polanco score on that home run. But let's watch this. Yeah, you can't leave pitches up there to Cruz. You can't do it. Look at that. Man, he squared that pitch up so nicely. And not even a majestic home run. That was just a line drive that got hit too far and well over the wall. Justin Miller and his ERA are not being helped now. Wilmer Font and Elvis Luciano in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. Here's Josh Donaldson. And that pitch misses. Miller a bit shaken up now after giving up the lead. The Blue Jays got 2 runs on a Cavan Biggio 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th. A sacrifice fly by Max Kepler and that 3-run home run by Nelson Cruz have given the Twins 4 runs in this top of the 7th. That pitch flied toward right field, played by Derek Fisher. He makes the catch. And that ends the top of the 7th. Stretch time here at the Rogers Center, but not as exciting as it would be thanks to this 3-run home run by Nelson Cruz. It's 4-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention,
Corey
please.
Guerin comes out of the bullpen for the Twins.
Number 38.
Yet to give up a run this season. Also has a win in 4 games that he's appeared in.
Leading up for
Trevor May, Sergio Romo
Randall.
in the Twins bullpen. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Blue Jays. Randall Grichuk, Billy McKinney, and Derek Fisher all scheduled to bat in this half inning. Guerin's 0-1. That's outside. Count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Grichuk over 2. Facing Guerin for the first time. And gets ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Corey Guerin once pitched for the Seattle Mariners. And now with the Twins. 2-1 pitch to Grichuk. On the ground and foul. The count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Toronto scored all of its runs in the bottom of the 6th. Minnesota scored all of its runs in the top of the 7th. And it's the Blue Jays' turn on offense now. Leadoff hitter of this half inning, Randal Grichuk, works the count full 3-2. 3-2 pitch from Guerin. Here it comes. And that's ball 4. That pitch was close, but the umpire dictates it out of the zone. That's a leadoff walk, and that'll bring up the potential tying run to the plate for the Blue Jays. Don't forget you're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. This is Game 1 of our 2 featured games every day. Game 2 will start at 7:40, and it'll be a National League game between the Phillies and the Brewers. So if you miss baseball and want to watch games with live and intelligent commentary, you can check out that game as well. Again, that one starts at 7:40, Phillies and Brewers here on MLB Virtual Network. Stream to the YouTube channel, but you can also get the links on Twitter at Virtual MLB. Check them both out. Follow and subscribe. Tell your friends, too. We miss baseball here at MLB's Virtual Network. I'm sure anybody watching these now does, too. So if you miss baseball, go ahead and spread the word. Because this is what it's all about, bringing the love of baseball to everyone who misses it in these very trying times. Guerin gets ahead in the count on Billy McKinney. No balls, 2 strikes. Randal Grichuk on first base. And here's the pitch. That's hit to the left side and foul, so McKinney stays alive in the at-bat. He right now represents the potential tying run. The Blue Jays got the lead in the bottom of the 6th, but gave it up immediately in the top of the 7th. And McKinney stays alive. This is Guerin's first inning out of the bullpen. And he hits Billy McKinney on an 0-2 pitch. And now the Blue Jays have runners at first and second and nobody out. The only thing working for the Twins right now is that the bottom of the order is coming up. But Guerin working himself into trouble. And remember, the new rule in baseball says that a pitcher in any half inning when he comes in must face a minimum of 3 hitters in that specific half inning. So Guerin is required to face Derek Fisher before he's eligible to be substituted for. And he falls behind ball 1. Starter Kenta Maeda pitched 5 1/3 innings, pitched into the 6th, but couldn't get out of the inning. He gave up the home run to Cavan Biggio and then was immediately replaced following it. Tyler Duffy came in and he got the final 2 outs of that half inning and kept the Blue Jays at 2 runs. Then Tanner Roark pitched into the 7th inning. He gave up a sacrifice fly to Max Kepler, was replaced by Justin Miller, who proceeded to give up the home run to Nelson Cruz, the 3-run home run that made the lead switch hands. So it's 4-2. 1 ball, 2 strike count on Derek Fisher, who is 0 for 2 in today's game. Fouled off count, still 1-2. Blue Jays have put together some good at-bats in this half inning. Grichuk worked a walk, and then Billy McKinney fouled off some 0-2 pitches before getting hit by a pitch, and now Derek Fisher works the count to 2-2. Reese McGuire's on deck. 2-2 pitch. And that's foul. The count's still even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is game 2 of a 3-game series. The Twins won yesterday in game 1, and game 3 is tomorrow, but quite an intense game 2 being played here. And Fisher stays alive in the at-bat, continuing to fight off pitches. Here comes the 2-2. Hit well toward the middle of the infield, played by Polanco, steps on the second base bag himself, then throws to Sano. And that's a double play, and that's going to hurt the Blue Jays. First and second, nobody out, turns into a runner on third and 2 outs. A well-struck ball just in an unfortunate part of the field.
Your attention, please.
And with that, Corey Guerin's out of the game. Trevor May comes in to pitch.
Trevor May.
Trevor May, a 4.50 ERA in 4 games, appeared in. Blew a save earlier this year. Taylor Rogers, the closer, and Sergio Romo, a setup pitcher, now in the bullpen for the Twins. McGuire on the ground, left side. Donaldson plays it. Throws over to Sano, and that's in time. So despite 2 runners on to lead off the inning, the Blue Jays fail to score in the bottom of the 7th. Moving to the 8th, it's the Twins 4 and the Blue Jays 2. Wilmer Font comes out of the bullpen for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's pitched in 8 games, only 6 innings in total, though, and it's more or less why his ERA looks to be inflated. But here he is now in the role of just not letting the Twins score anymore. 96-mile-per-hour sinker. That misses inside. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for the Twins. It'll be Eddie Rosario, then Mitch Garver, and then Miguel Sano. That pitch misses inside. The count's 2 balls and no strikes. Rosario batting left-handed. Justin Miller pitched last inning and gave up the 3-run home run to Nelson Cruz that made it 4-2. And Tanner Roark officially gave up 2 earned runs, though he's not on the hook for the loss right now. Miller's on the hook for the loss. That's pending a Blue Jays comeback. The Twins have a 2-run cushion with 2 more innings to pad that as well. 3-2 count on Eddie Rosario. Here it is. Hit well to the right side, and a leaping catch by Cavan Biggio. And the shift works out for the Blue Jays there. Biggio in shallow right field leaped up and made that catch. Well played, 1 out. Top of the 8th inning. Here's Mitch Garver. Most recently, Garver struck out. Steps up to the plate for the 4th time in this game, facing Wilmer Font for the first time, and fouls the first pitch off. Here's the 0-1. Roark, the starter for the Blue Jays, pitched into the 7th. Was taken out after giving up a run, and then Justin Miller, who came in to replace him in that 7th inning, gave up a 3-run home run to Nelson Cruz. Made it 4-2. Both starters were in what very well could have been considered a pitcher's duel, but then Kenta Maeda fizzled out in the 6th inning, gave up 2 runs on a Cavan Biggio home run, and then was replaced. Then Tanner Roark pitched strongly into the 7th inning and was taken out. And again, Nelson Cruz hit a solo home run, or a 3-run home run, excuse me, that made it 4-2. With that strikeout, let's take a look at the starting pitcher comparison. Neither of these pitchers will get a decision in this game. They'll each remain 2-0 on the year and now 4 starts. So either way, pitchers from the bullpen will be getting decisions for the outcome of this one. Here's Miguel Sano. 2 outs, base is empty. Twins lead the Blue Jays 4-2. Wants 1-0 left up in the zone, but Sano takes it. Count even 1-1. Here's the pitch. Ripped foul. Sano ahead of that fastball. The count's now 1-2. Chases that, and that ends the top of the 8th. Twins get no runs on no hits and leave no runners on base. Going to the bottom of the 8th inning, it's 4-2. Twins lead the Blue Jays, with the Blue Jays to bat in the bottom of the 8th. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network. I'm Nicholas Callis. This game brought to you by MLB The Show 20. Trevor May still pitching for the Twins. Came in last inning. Threw one pitch and got an out. So he's here now to face the leadoff hitters in the Blue Jays order: Teoscar Hernandez, Cavan Biggio, and Lourdes Gurriel Jr., the three hitters scheduled to bat in this bottom of the eighth inning. 2-0 coming to Hernandez. 2-1's the count. Hernandez hitless in today's game. 0 for 2. He went 1 for 3 in yesterday's game and had an RBI. The only run that the Blue Jays scored was on his run-scoring hit. And now the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That misses high.
Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And it's 3-2 now on Hernandez. That misses inside. The leadoff hitter is aboard on a walk issued by Trevor May, and that'll bring up the potential tying run in Cavan Biggio. Biggio 2 for 3, and this is slightly deja vu. Teoscar Hernandez walked in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that brought up Cavan Biggio, who followed the walk with a 2-run home run. And here he is to bat now. Gets ahead in the count, 1-0. Biggio, the only RBIs for the Blue Jays to this point. Again, on that 2-run home run, he hit in the bottom of the 6th. Pickoff attempt, and Hernandez back safely. Teoscar Hernandez on first. Trevor May's 1-0 to Biggio. And wow. Had him fooled on that off-speed pitch. And the count's even, 1 ball and 1 strike. That doesn't find the zone according to the home plate umpire, and the count's 2 balls and a strike now. Trevor May came in the 7th, threw 1 pitch to get out of that inning, and now he pitches here in the 8th. Ball's behind Biggio, 3-1. This game went from a scoreless pitcher's duel to back-and-forth offense. The Blue Jays got runners on first and second in the bottom of the 7th inning, but failed to score them. And now the count full 3-2 on Biggio. Hernandez leading off at first, and that pitch swung out and missed. Cavan Biggio now 2 for 4, and Trevor May 1 strikeout in his appearance out of the bullpen. 1 out. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 0 for 3. Batting out of the 3 spot in today's game, and takes ball 1 from Trevor May. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. has a brother in the league, a brother that plays for the Houston Astros. Yulieski Gurriel. And it's been very entertaining. Their father, whenever the Blue Jays and Astros play each other, their father comes to the stadium in a jersey that is half a Blue Jays jersey and half an Astros jersey. It was also very entertaining when Justin Verlander threw his no-hitter last year that his father was at that game watching both his sons play. Baseball, quite an interesting and memorable sport, but one of my favorite stories from recent history. 2-2 pitch coming to Lourdes Gurriel, popped into the air, foul territory. There's Miguel Sano. He makes the catch. Hernandez stays at first, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman.
Teoscar Hernandez led this half inning off with a walk. And Trevor May proceeded to get the next two hitters out. And now here comes cleanup hitter and power threat Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Guerrero Jr. singled earlier in this game, 1 for 3 in total, and takes ball one.
1 ball, no strike.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now representing the potential tying run. Somebody who has the potential to tie the game with one swing. And he's now ahead in a hitter's count 2-0. Trevor May pitching now in his second inning. If he can finish this inning off, it'll be his first full inning, but came in the middle of the 7th inning, got the final out, and now pitching here in the 8th. And throws an off-speed pitch that Guerrero Jr. was well out in front of. A big hack. 2-1's the count. Trevor May, one of the late inning pitchers on this Twins pitching staff. Count 2-2. He's been considered for closer over the last few seasons. Right now is a setup man to Taylor Rogers, who was seen throwing in the Twins bullpen earlier. Blanco plays it, throws to Arias covering second. Out at second is Teoscar Hernandez. And the Blue Jays fail to score in the 4, Toronto 2. You're watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. A game that started as a pitcher's duel between Kenta Maeda of the Twins and Tanner Roark of the Blue Jays has turned into back-and-forth offense. The Blue Jays scored 2 runs on a 2-run home run by Cavan Biggio in the bottom of the 6th, and then the Twins responded almost immediately in the 7th after getting a sacrifice fly from Max Kepler and then a 3-run home run by Nelson Cruz. That's how it's 4-2, and that played out and left by Teoscar Hernandez. Luis Arias is out. One away, and that'll bring up Byron Buxton, the number 9 hitter. Doing well, 2 for 3. A couple singles. One was a bunt single. And Buxton has also stolen 3 bases. Stole second twice and stole third once. Ball's behind in the count against Wilmer Font, 0-1. Font came into the game in the 8th. And now he's pitching here in the 9th. Grounded towards short, played by Gurriel Jr. Throws to Shaw, and 2 quick outs of the Twins to start the 9th inning. At the top of the order, coming back up for the Twins, there's Max Kepler coming in for his 4th plate appearance now. Got a hit and got a run batted in on a sacrifice fly. .0 from Font coming. That hit well to right field, and that'll be foul. Counts even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Kepler, the right fielder in today's game, and is ahead in the count now, 2 balls and a strike. Font working on 22 pitches now out of the bullpen. Hasn't given up a run yet. 2 of the 4 Twins runs were given up by Tanner Roark. The other 2 credited on Justin Miller's scoreline. Miller came in, and he was the one that gave up the 3-run home run, but one of those runs on base was the responsibility of Tanner Roark. So that's how the runs are split evenly between the 2. Counts full now, 3-2 on Max Kepler. Jorge Polanco's on deck. He would bat next if Kepler can reach base. And we'll still wait and see as that pitch is fouled off. Full count pitch coming again from Font. On the ground right side, into the shift. Shaw right there to make the play. And that'll end the top of the 9th inning. Last opportunity for the Blue Jays in regulation. They trail 4-2 against the Twins.
Your attention, please.
Here's Taylor Rogers coming out of the bullpen.
Number 55.
Rogers has struggled as closer of the Twins. In 10 games, has a record of 1-4. He'll face 5, 6, 7 hitters in the Blue Jays lineup. It'll be Travis Shaw, Randall Grichuk, and Billy McKinney all scheduled to bat. Taylor Rogers has 5 saves, but he has also blown 5 saves. Has not been a lights-out closer with this Twins team. Starts out the Shaw plate appearance with a strike and follows it up with a ball. Counts even 1 ball and 1 strike. This is Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. And what I'm saying right now is not pre-recorded. This is all live. This is all happening, and I'm in just as much suspense as you are watching. I don't know what's going to happen next. Strikeout of Travis Shaw. Taylor Rogers gets a big out to start the bottom of the 9th inning. Shaw, a dangerous hitter, but taken care of after that strikeout. With 1 out, here's Randall Grichuk. Takes ball 1. Rogers also this season, just to put in perspective how dire his blown saves have been, he has an earned run average of 11.25 coming into today's game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That finds the zone on that breaking ball. Counts 1-2. Last time the Blue Jays scored was in the 6th inning, and that was on a home run by Cavan Biggio, a 2-run home run to be more exact. And they had a lead for less than a half inning. 1-2 pitch. That's outside, counts even 2-2.
Playing 2-2.
Flared against the shift over Sano's head and into right field. And a crucial hit for the Blue Jays by Randall Grichuk. Blue Jays now will have the potential tying run step up to the plate. And there's still less than 2 outs. There's 1 out in the inning. Here's Billy McKinney. 0 for 2 in 3 plate appearances. In his most recent plate appearance, he was hit by a pitch. McKinney, former New York Yankee, was traded over to the Blue Jays and has helped their outfield depth, starting as the designated hitter in this game, and takes ball 1 out of the zone. Taylor Rogers has been a shaky closer this season. Got the first out on a strikeout of Travis Shaw, but then gave up a hit to Randall Grichuk. And Billy McKinney, at this point, represents the Blue Jays' tying run. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off, count 1-2. Rogers works ahead. One-two pitch from Taylor Rogers. Counts even 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Three and two's the count. Derek Fisher's on deck. The Blue Jays still have all their bench bats to use as well. On the ground up the middle. Polanco can't make the play, and that gets into center field. And Rogers has worked himself into trouble in yet another game. Now the winning run comes up to the plate, and the tying run is in the form of Billy McKinney at first base. Advancing to second is Randall Grichuk. And a pinch hitter coming up to the plate for the Blue Jays.
Number 2, Joe Panik.
Here's Joe Panik. Former young star with the San Francisco Giants, won the World Series with the 2014 San Francisco Giants team. Most recently played for the New York Mets. And now finds himself in a Blue Jays uniform and gets ahead in the count quickly. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-1's the count. Now on Joe Panik. Coming in as an offensive replacement for Derek Fisher. Rogers in a tricky situation now. Rogers has 5 saves and 5 blown saves in 10 games that he's appeared in. That popped into the air, right field. That's hugging the line, and that just drops foul. Kepler couldn't run it down, and it does not stay fair. Counts even 2-2. And that can't find the zone. The count's full 3-2. Reese McGuire's on deck, and remember, Billy McKinney is on first base. He represents the potential tying run in this game. Randall Grichuk is on second base. McKinney singled, Grichuk walked. And that's a strike. Called strike 3 on Joe Panik. So in his first at-bat of the game, coming off the bench in this 9th inning, he strikes out. Rogers an opportunity to lock down his 6th save of the season. Reese McGuire an opportunity to drive in the tying run at first base with 2 outs. McGuire 0 for 3. He reached once on an error, and he's 0 for 6. Now in the series. Game 1 was yesterday. This is game 2. The Twins won yesterday. And McGuire now in a 2-0 count. He's batting .429 with runners in scoring position. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. That can't find the zone either, and a red-hot Teoscar Hernandez is on deck. Also the top of the order is coming up for the Blue Jays. That pitch finds the zone, counts 3-1. Grichuk walked to start Grichuk walked with 1 out in this inning. He's now on second base. Billy McKinney singled. He's on first. 3-1 to McGuire. Swing and a miss. Count run full 3-2. Blue Jays with a slight advantage now. Both runners should be running on the pitch with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. Runners go. That's a walk. That pitch misses. That's ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Blue Jays. And Taylor Rogers continues to create tension. Not only in this game, but in his whole season as the Twins closer. He's got a 50% success rate for save opportunities. He has 5 saves and 5 blown saves in 10 games he's appeared in, and he has loaded the bases on 2 walks and a hit. Now here's Teoscar Hernandez taking ball 1. The tying run is now in scoring position for the Blue Jays. Billy McKinney's on second. It's Grichuk on third, McKinney on second, and McGuire on even 1-1 on Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez entering this game batting .279 with 7 home runs and 14 RBIs. 0 for 2 with a walk in this game. And he's ahead in the count now, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Here comes the pitch from Rogers. That's hit to left field, to the wall. Goodbye, home run! Teoscar Hernandez. His 8th home run of the season is a grand slam home run. Taylor Rogers has blown his 6th save of the season. And the Blue Jays walk off winners Wow! A hanging breaking ball. Sent over the left field wall, turns the Rogers center into a frenzy. Taylor Rogers with 6 blown saves and 11 attempts now. And the Blue Jays have evened the series at a game apiece, going into Game 3 scheduled for tomorrow. Wow. Hernandez, player of the game. And if you can't quite guess why, he had a walk-off grand slam. My goodness. A pitcher's duel that turned into an offensive showdown that was ultimately won by the Blue Jays. Justin Miller off the hook for the loss. And Wilmer Font will get the win in this one, but here's Teoscar Hernandez, player of the game. 1 hit and 3 at-bats, reached base a couple times, but adds 4 more runs to his RBI total on his walk-off grand slam. Now 8 home runs on the season for him. Wilmer Font now 3-1 out of the bullpen with the Blue Jays, and Taylor Rogers has now blown 6 saves on the year and has 5 losses in his decision count there, 1-5 on the season. 6-4 the final score. We'll take a look at some of the game note summaries. Nelson Cruz provided 3 of the 4 runs that the Twins scored in that 7th inning, and then the whole game he had a 3-run home run. Byron Buxton reached base a couple times, stole 3 bases in the losing effort for the Twins. Meanwhile, some of the offensive highlights for the Blue Jays: Teoscar Hernandez with the grand slam home run to walk it off. Cavan Biggio went 2 for 4. He also had a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. But Wilmer Font gets the win, pitched 2 full innings, didn't give up a hit or a run, struck out 2 batters. And Taylor Rogers got 2 outs in the 9th inning, but allowed the bases to be loaded on a couple walks and a hit, and then gave up a home run. Gave up a home run to Teoscar Hernandez. Blue Jays win this one. A pitcher's duel between Kenta Maeda and Tanner Roark turned into late offense that the Blue Jays just happened to come out on top of. Once again, the final score: Toronto Blue Jays 6 and the Minnesota Twins 4. This series now tied at 1. Game 1 was won by the Twins yesterday. It was 7-1. Game 2 won here by the Blue Jays 6-4. Game 3 scheduled for tomorrow. You've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network, brought to you by MLB The Show 20. I'm Nicholas Callis. This was Game 1 of 2 featured games of the day. Stick around for Brewers and Phillies. That game will be coming up around 7:40 here on Major League Baseball's virtual network. But again, I'm Nicholas Callis saying so long. You've been watching Major League Baseball's virtual network.